Hey guys, it's Jack from Wetsuit Warehouse here. Today, I'm going to be answering one of our most frequently asked questions. How do I know if I've got the right fitting wetsuit? I'm going to chuck on a couple of wetsuits for you, and I'm going to talk through what to look for in a good fitting wetsuit and what to look for in a bad fitting wetsuit. So let's dive in. All right, so we're going to start with our poorly fitting wetsuit. I've gone for something a little too big here. This is a double XL. Typically I'm a large, so I've tried to exaggerate this a little bit so I can show some obvious features for you. And right off the bat, you can see when you're looking down my front here that there's a heap of crinkles in the neoprene, and that just means it's that little bit loose on my body. So if I'm bending here, you can see it's like fat rolls all along my front. In the legs, you can see it all crinkling up. So that means that it's not going to be as watertight as it could be if it was a good fitting suit. If it fills up with any water, it's going to create extra weight and extra drag. Going too big in a wetsuit is typically where the average kook's going to go wrong. It feels really easy to put on, it feels comfortable because it's that little bit looser, whereas a suit that might actually genuinely fit you is quite difficult to get on the first time, but it's going to have that better seal once you're in the water, and it's going to stretch to your body shape. A couple of other things to look for in the top of your wetsuit to make sure the fit's right is if you're seeing any sort of crinkling up the top here as well through the chest, that's indicating that there's not a good fit. That means you're more likely to have water flushing through the wetsuit, through the collar here. So you can sort of see it through the shoulders on this wetsuit. It's crinkling up here, it's crinkling up there, and it's doing the same thing in at my elbows here. Same thing again, it's going to create extra drag and extra weight when water gets in here. You can see the arms of the wetsuit are way too long for me. They're going well over my wrists. We want it to be back behind the wrist here. It'll create a better seal against your skin. So same thing when you're checking the back of the wetsuit, you're looking for that second skin feel. So if I turn here, you can see I've got a heap of neoprene that I can get my hands on here, and that's just waiting to fill up with water. A good fitting wetsuit is going to follow that contour of your back. There's going to be no big air spaces like that. All right, so now we're going to move on to a hopefully good fitting wetsuit. So you can see I'm already halfway there with the legs. They're really close fitting. It's got that second skin look that we're looking for. So moving on up to the upper body, you can tell it's a little bit more difficult to get on than your oversized wetsuits. But once it's on there, it's going to have that nice close fit. So focus on one arm at a time. You want to get your left arm all the way in, all the way up to your shoulder. Make sure it's positioned correctly on your arm. There's no folds or anything like that, and that'll give you the best chance of getting your right arm in nice and easy. All right, so now we've got both the arms in and our shoulders. I'm not feeling any crinkles or folds or anything like that. You can see that wrist is coming right up to where we want it to. It's creating a great seal. Everything feels good, so we're ready to whack that neck closure over the top. So just reach over, just pull it over the head like that. Close that zip, and then just clip yourself in. Bang. So right off the bat, you can already see this is a much better fitting wetsuit. So there's a little bit of elbow grease involved with getting it on at first, but that's just going to get easier over time as that neoprene stretches and conforms to your body shape. So really important that you try out a couple of different sizes and really look for any of those telltale signs of heaps of folds through your midsection, in your legs, on your arms, and then through your back, of course. When looking on this one, you can see that there's barely any neoprene for me to get my hands on here. It's really following the contour of my back, and that's only going to improve as that wetsuit stretches and gets used to my body shape. It's going to fit you better and better over time. All right, now for those of you that have really been paying attention in this video, you will have noticed I've had my socks on the whole time. It's not just because I'm a weirdo, there's a bit of rhyme and reason behind this, and it actually makes getting a wetsuit on a whole lot easier. The most breakages we'll see in the shop in a wetsuit is from someone coming in, trying to put a wetsuit on, and as they shove that heel through the opening, it just pushes through the neoprene and splits it. This just adds that little bit of, it takes away from the friction and it just slides on that much easier. So yeah, if you're gonna come in and try on wetsuits, or even if you're looking to just take care of your own wetsuit, chuck on a pair of socks. Once it's on, rip them off. It makes it so much easier. So there you go, guys. This is a good fitting wetsuit. I hope you've all learned something today. If you'd like to learn more about surfing wetties, check out our channel and subscribe, and thanks for watching.